Hello students, today I am going to explain about muscular tissue for class 9th. Muscular tissue is the tissue of muscles. The main function of muscular tissue is the movement to the organs. Muscular tissue gives movement to the organs, and muscles achieve this function by the process of contraction and relaxation. Muscle only contract and then relax. Muscles never be expand. So the movement to the organ is achieved by contraction and relaxation of muscular tissue. The main basic structure of muscular tissue is that muscle fiber is very long and their intercellular matrix is little. Now we study the different types of muscular tissue. So there are three types of muscular tissue. We study one by one these three types of muscular tissue. First muscular tissue is unstriated or unstriped or smooth or voluntary muscle. Because of its structure, it is called unstriated or unstriped. It is present in the smooth internal organ of our body, so it is called a smooth muscles. Its function is not under the control of our will, so it is called involuntary muscle. Now we see the structure of muscle fiber. Unstriated muscle fiber. Each muscle fiber is a spindle shaped. Muscle fiber has a single nucleus surrounded by some cytoplasm, which is called sarcoplasm. Here is the nucleus, and nucleus is surrounded by some cytoplasm, which is called cytoplasm. And around the sarcoplasm, in the remaining part of this cell, there are numerous longitudinal myofibrils. Due to contraction and relaxation in myofibrils, the muscle fiber gives movement to the organs. It is present in the visceral organs, just like stomach, in our urogenital duct, in blood vessels, kidney tubules, etc. All the internal organ, movement of internal organ except heart contain unstriated muscle or smooth muscles, and the movement of internal organ is due to contraction and relaxation of unstriated muscle or smooth muscle. Next muscle is striated or striped or skeletal or voluntary muscle. Because of its structure, it is called striated or striped muscle. It is attached to our endoskeleton, so it is called a skeletal muscle. Its function is under the control of our will, so it is called voluntary muscle. Now we see the structure of voluntary muscle. Each muscle fiber is cylindrical and unbranched. And muscle fiber is surrounded by a layer of membrane. This membrane is called sarcolemma. Inside the sarcolemma, the protoplasm present is called sarcoplasm. In the sarcoplasm, many nuclei are present, so the voluntary muscle fiber are with many nucleates, multinucleated, and it contains several myofibrils. The movement of this muscle is due to contraction and relaxation of myofibrils. There are numerous longitudinal myofibrils. If you see the structure, outermost layer is sarcolemma, and the cytoplasm present in the voluntary muscle is called sarcoplasm. It contains many nucleus, so the voluntary muscle fiber is multinucleated. It contains numerous myofibrils. Now we see the structure of a single myofibrils. Each myofibrils has alternately arranged light band and dark band. Light band and dark band, the dark band are called A disc and light band are called I disc. The dark band is also divided into two parts because in the center of dark band there is a Hessen's disc, a lighter colored Hessen's disc or H disc. H disc divide the dark band into two parts. Here is the dark band. This dark band is divided into two parts by a middle H disc. Then light band. Light band is also divided into two parts by a middle dark colored disc which is called Z disc. That means dark band divided into two parts by H disc and light band is divided into two parts by Z disc. The space between two Z discs is called sarcomere. This is the structure of a single myofibril, and there are numerous myofibrils present in each muscle fiber. Sometimes the voluntary muscle fiber may be branched. Now we see the structure of third types of muscle, which is cardiac muscle. The muscle of heart is called cardiac muscle. Its structure is similar to the striated muscles and its function is similar to the unstriated or involuntary muscles. The cardiac muscle, the function of cardiac muscle is not under the control of will. So, according to the function, the cardiac muscle similar to the involuntary muscles, but according to the structure, it appears like striated muscles because it has several striations. The only difference between the structure of voluntary muscles and cardiac muscle is that each muscle fiber is branched and connected with each other to form a network of muscle fibers. It also contains myofibrils, and they also contain longitudinal, transverse, and oblique myofibrils. Voluntary muscle fibers contain only one type of myofibril, that is longitudinal myofibril, but cardiac muscle contains longitudinal, transverse, and oblique myofibrils. In cardiac muscles, the Z disc appears like the limiting membrane or cell membrane of the muscle fiber. So, this Z disc divides each muscle fiber into many cells. So, we can say that the cardiac muscle fiber are made up of many cells. Each muscle cell have a single nucleus. Muscle fiber is made up of many cells and each cell have single nucleus, and all the muscle fibers are branched, connected with each other to form a network of muscle fibers. There is great power of contraction and relaxation in the muscle fiber. So once again, we describe these three muscle fibers one by one. Firstly, smooth muscles or involuntary muscles. In this type of muscle fiber is a spindle shaped. Muscle fiber do not contain any membrane, and muscle fibers are bound together in a sheet by connective tissue. So several muscle fibers are connected to each other by connective tissue and forms muscle sheath. These are the single muscle fibers, but single muscle fibers are not found. Muscle fibers are in group, in mass, or in sheets. Muscle fibers do not contain membrane. The only single nucleus is present in each muscle fiber, and nucleus is surrounded by some protoplasm, which is called sarcoplasm, and the remaining part of the cell contains several longitudinal myofibrils. Due to contraction and relaxation of myofibrils, it gives movement to the internal organs. And next is striated or striped or skeletal or voluntary muscles. Because of its structure, it is called striated or striped. We see due to alternately arranged light and dark band, it appears as striation. So striation is due to alternately arranged light and dark band in myofibrils. Each muscle fiber is cylindrical, surrounded by a layer of membrane called sarcolemma. Inside the sarcolemma, the protoplasm present is called sarcoplasm, and in the sarcoplasm there are several nucleus and a number of myofibrils. Each myofibrils have alternately arranged light band and dark band. Light band are called I disc and dark band are called A disc. Each dark band is divided into two parts by H disc, and each light band is divided into two parts by a Z disc. The space between two Z discs is called sarcomere. And next is cardiac muscle fiber. It is similar to the striated muscle fiber in structure and similar to the unstriated or involuntary muscle fiber in function. Its function is not under the control of our will, so it is called involuntary muscles, but several striations are found in this type of muscle. So in structure, it is similar to the striated muscle. The only difference in striated and cardiac muscle is that each muscle fiber is branched and attached with each other to form a network of muscle fiber, and the Z disc is dark. Z disc appears as the cell membrane. That means each muscle fiber is made up of many cells, each cell having a single nucleus, and myofibrils are of three types: longitudinal myofibril, transverse myofibril, and oblique myofibril. So these are the structure and function of the all types of muscular tissue. Smooth muscles are found in all internal organ of our body except heart. Cardiac muscle present in heart and voluntary or skeletal muscles are all our muscles which are attached to the skeleton, mainly long bones, bones of hands, bones of legs, and movement of our external organ is due to contraction and relaxation of skeletal muscle. In next video, we will describe the remaining animal tissue. The only one remaining animal tissue is nervous tissue.